Hi, I'm Brian Davidson. I've been friends with Mickey now since high school days, and a few weeks ago Mickey dropped in to visit me and got to meet my 13-year-old golden doodle named Harley. And she noticed that he was, in distress. He wasn't doing too good at all, and she offered me to try this product. And for the last few months, uh, Harley's tail end, his hindquarters have been getting tremors with weakness, and you feel bad for him because he gets tired and he has to sit down. And since starting the Liquid BioCell 3 weeks ago now, uh, I'd say for about the last week now, we've noticed no tremors, doesn't seem to get as fatigued, and doesn't need to sit down all the time. And we've also, an issue where just simply going up and down the stairs for the last few months got harder and harder for Harley, and many times he'd have to pause halfway up and he'd cry out, and I'd have to pick him up and carry him up or down the stairs. I mean, he's a heavy dog, and that's not exactly the easiest thing to do. And in the 3 weeks since going on the Liquid BioCell, it took about a week, and he started to get more confident on the stairs, and I haven't had to carry him up or down lately. I watch him, but he seems fine. Another issue we found with Harley over the last few months is him being a male likes to cock his leg to relieve himself, and when it came time to squat to have a bowel movement, he was having a terrible time with it, where he would, either sit down or give up, or try again later maybe. But since going on the Liquid BioCell 3 weeks ago, we've noticed after about 2 weeks we noticed he was cocking his leg again, and he was squatting to have a bowel movement with no effort whatsoever. One thing that he's had a problem with for probably 2 or 3 years now or more, constant scratching and scratching and scratching. And since going on Liquid BioCell, we didn't really pay attention at first, but then I suddenly realized I haven't seen him scratch in a long time. Another thing we've noticed also is Harley loves to go for his car rides in our van, and the last few months he just couldn't do it. So I'm in my woodworking shop. I made him a nice wooden step to get up into, and it was working fine. But the last few days since going on the Liquid BioCell, we've noticed he doesn't even wait for the step. He just jumps right in the van and ready to go for his car ride. And last week I dropped Harley off at the groomer's, and when I dropped him off, I asked her specifically to keep an eye on, he has 3 lumps. One was the size of a tennis ball, and I wanted her to see if it had changed any over the 2 week period since starting to take the Liquid BioCell. And I also asked her to take note of his stability getting in and out of the tub and up onto the grooming table, and if she needed an assistant to hold him steady so he wouldn't get tired and fall off the table. And several hours later, I went back to pick him up, and she was very excited and told me that the 3 lumps had gone down considerably, and the largest one, which used to be about the size of a tennis ball, is now about the size of a ping pong ball, which really shocked me. And the stability was incredible, where basically she had somebody there to help but didn't have to do anything, because Harley did extremely well, and jumping up onto the table on his own and down on his own. For about the last year or so, we've experienced with Harley, I take him out in the yard to get his exercise. I have a large backyard, and he would, I'd wait for him to take off and run around and get some exercise, and he'd just stay at my side, and if I stopped, he'd sit, and he wouldn't do anything. And since starting the Liquid BioCell, especially the last week, after about 2 weeks of being on the product, we let him out into the yard, and he just wants to take off and play and run around and wag his tail. And one of the nicest parts, I guess, of being on the Liquid BioCell, what we've really noticed with Harley is it just seemed to bring his youth back. He seems a lot younger, wanting to play more, doing things he hasn't done in a long time because I don't think he felt comfortable doing it, or just didn't have the confidence in himself to do things. Where it seems now we've noticed him out running around the yard and rolling around playing like he used to, going up and down the stairs just to see what's going on upstairs or downstairs, and it's just kind of a nice feeling. Just, he's my buddy and seems to be doing extremely well. Here, Scooter, come here. Come on up here. Attaboy, come on up. Attaboy. And this, everybody, is Scooter Davidson. My last name being Davidson, we called Harley Davidson, but Scooter's not big enough to be a Harley, so we call him Scooter. And that's the honest to God truth. But we are about to put Scooter on Liquid BioCell just as a preventative to, keep him healthy and young.